just start out with me saying just how proud I am of our players and our staff for just all the hard work they've put in so far in this season. And to be able to go and play on the road and to beat a team like Lafayette, a team we have much respect for, their program, for where we want to be, a team that's won 3 straight bowl games, and how our kids have played and responded in that environment there, and to go and get that win is very proud of them. And, now we're just looking forward to coming back home and finishing the season off right with, playing against Idaho, a team we have a lot of respect for as well. So just looking forward to that.
Thank you, Coach. First questions come from Winston-Salem. Caller, please go ahead.
Hey, Scott, this is Tommy. How you doing?
Good, Tommy. How you doing?
Just fine, thanks. Taylor Lamb, just recap why the change was made after the second game, why you went with Taylor, and assess how he's done and progressed as the season's gone on.
Yeah, I think the main reason we made the change back after a couple of games was just the decision-making, I think, is what it boiled down to. We thought Taylor was making a little bit quicker decisions in the passing game and in the running game, and that Cam was solid, but probably just a hair late on some things, and so we decided to go with Taylor. And I think Taylor played well even early on, except for a few turnovers. And those are some things, as far as throwing into coverage that you learn from it. And I think with Taylor, every time he made a mistake, he learned from it. And that was a big thing. And I think he's been playing really good football, the last 5 weeks.
Yeah. What do you like about him? And was there any trepidations going with the freshman, at that point?
No, there wasn't any trepidation. The one thing we do like about him is his moxie, his poise. He doesn't get flustered at all. He comes off the field, and he's real easy to talk to. Some players come off, and they're still kind of worked up from just coming off the field, but he's very calm and collected when he comes off the field. And you can really he sees what the defense is doing, and you can communicate, and you can say, okay, here's what they're doing, and let's do this, and he understands it fully. So that, I think that's the biggest thing that we really like about him is his poise, and that's what you want from a quarterback. Everybody wants to have that calm leader out there that they know can get it done. And he's done a great job of distributing the ball to our playmakers.
Yeah. Did the team buy in right away, or did it take a little time? Did he have to earn that from them? Or,
well, I'm sure he had to earn a little bit from them by going out there playing. But his first college drive was 96 yards and 19 plays at Michigan, and he made a touchdown. So that kind of got him some instant credibility right there. And then, when he got into play a couple of games after that, against Southern Miss, he makes 2 drives right before the half there at the end of the game. So, he earned his stripes pretty quickly, I think, in respect from his teammates.
Yeah. Idaho, your impressions and anything they do well that concerns you?
Yeah, I think, first thing that stands out is how well they can move the football. I think offensively, their quarterback has really put up some good numbers. They're scoring points. They have a receiver that's, one of the best receivers in the conference. Against several teams, they even got their running game going and really give teams problems. They've been in every game. They're a team that scares you to death offensively, I think, as far as scoring some points. And they haven't really been. I know their record doesn't look great, but to me, that doesn't mean a whole lot. I think this team could certainly beat you because they put a lot of points on the board.
Yep. One more thing, I'll let somebody else in. How vital is it for you guys to finish this thing off with a win?
Oh, it's huge for us. And that's, what we talked about, is how we finished the season. This was at midpoint is what this team's going to be remembered by. And we've done some good things over the last few weeks, but you only remember it for your last game. And this is coming up going to be our last game here in the regular season. And so this is what's going to carry us through the off season. So this is huge for us. And, all our focus is strictly on Idaho and nothing else.
Yep. Thanks.
Thank you, Tommy. Next questions come from Boone, North Carolina. Caller, please go ahead.
Scott, this is Steve over at the paper.
Yeah, hey, Steve.
Hey. You kind of wish that you're going into week 7 instead of week 12?
Yeah, anytime you're on a roll, you like to keep rolling with it. right now we're having a lot of fun. I mean, and I say fun not just on game days. I think out at practice, our kids are really getting after it and getting better and better each and every day, and that is fun. And so, you like that to keep going. And yeah, I mean, it's I hate that the season's gone by this fast, and we are where we are, but we're gonna make the most of it this week.
You and Georgia Southern are just really having such a fantastic year in your inaugural season in the Sun Belt Conference. It doesn't seem, excuse me, it doesn't seem to surprise your opponents in the conference. But if you would, are you a little bit surprised that coming in green like this, you're able to have the success you've had?
Well, I don't know if you were surprised. I think you really have to have high expectations. I mean, and certainly we did. And but you just don't ever. You never know. And even when I was in this conference back when I was at FIU, I thought then that the team that shows up on game day will be the team that wins. You could lose them all or you could win them all. To me, that's how competitive the conference is. But if you get your kids ready to go and you play well, you got a great chance to win. I don't care if you got one win or if you got 8 wins. That doesn't matter. And that's been proven over this season. And I think even with us, starting out at 1-5 and some things started clicking for us, and we won 5 in a row. So, it is what it is. I think the team that shows up and wins has a great chance to win each and every week. It's kind of cliche, but that is certainly the truth in this conference.
Seemed like just watching you guys, once you really got it going against Lafayette, you really seem to dominate the line of scrimmage. Is that kind of how you saw it?
Well, they certainly, to me, have a great O and D line. I mean, they're strong. They're big guys. Initially it was kind of tough on us, and I think once we got into the game, we kind of were stuck with it. We're a little bit hard-headed with especially for us running the football, and then that fourth quarter, kind of just kept on going with it, and I don't know if you call it wearing them down, but I mean we just were patient with our running game, and our backs and our O-line just kept getting after it, and when you do that, eventually you're going to pop a few, and we were able to pop a few good runs, and especially there late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, but you got the number 1 defense in the conference now.
Yeah.
Being an offensive coach, but I know you are, but that must give you a little bit of pride.
No, it's absolutely. I mean, I think the one thing that we've done great the last 5 weeks is we fed off of each other. We've been able to run the football, and our defense has been able to stop the run. And I think both of those combined has really helped us, to have some success. We've also been very good on third down, both offensively and defensively. The third down, getting off the field on defense, and then for us offensively, being able to finish drives. So third down's been huge for us, but yeah, really proud of how the defense has really come around. They got a big challenge this weekend on this Idaho team, who I think can really put up big numbers.
And lastly, it just seems when you went with the freshmen, you got 2 on the offensive line now with Gosmick and Nunn, and of course you had the 4 on defense. Did you guys just finally say, because you were doing that when I think we were 1-5, just kind of brought them all in. Was it kind of a thing where, well, let's develop these guys now, no better time than now, or were they really the best players available?
Yeah, I think for us it was all along we're trying to put the best players on the field. And I think for us, it took a couple of weeks, 3 weeks maybe, to start realizing who we think may be the best players. Colby Goffin was injured. He didn't become available until South Alabama. And so once he became available and started playing, then we decided to start, and he's played well ever since. But a lot of these guys, these young players, especially on defense, you got 4 true freshmen. Those guys just started surfacing and showing after about the first month of the season. Then they worked their way into the lineup. And so for us, it's always about putting the best players on the field. We don't care if you're a true freshman or fifth-year senior. Whoever's going to have the production that we need in order to put the best team out there is what we're going to do.
Appreciate it, Scott. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, and thank you, Scott. That's all the time we have for today. We appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. If everyone can stand by, place you on hold. We'll be back with Willie Fritz of Georgia Southern shortly. Please stand by.